Hi, good morning, everybody. This is SK. Guys, I have promised you a day before yesterday that I will be recording a webinar, but most of our friends, co-trading friends, are either from Australia, they are from Europe, they are from California. The time zone. I'm not here to make things difficult. I'm here to make things very simple. So, guys, we will be. This is the majority of today's part is the overlook of a day trading, and at the end I have covered some swing and option trading. We need to understand that the concept. Let's if you have a whiteboard and it's so much written for a stock market, for today, for next 1 hour, just wash it out. Just clear everything out. Take best of this webinar and let's add something very quality, add something very productive, add something very priceful to the trading. My goal is not to change your style. My goal is not to change the way you trade and how you manage your trades. My goal is, if I am doing something good, if I am being profitable, if I'm doing something great, please get something which can be a feather in your hat too. You can say, okay, SK, I like this thing what you do and I added, but this thing I think it's not gonna work for me, or anyway. So today we're gonna start very slow. We're gonna go with the thought process, we're gonna go with the concept of trading, and then we're gonna go from there to a different level, a little bit of a high scale, but at the end what I'm expecting, we're gonna do that. We're gonna make a lot of money, first of all. So let's start here. Stock market. This word here, stock market, when a layman talks about it, when somebody you talk about, we can't talk about stock market to most of the people, because the first thing is gambling. Stock market is gambling. Is it a gambling? You and me will say no, but most of them will say yes. Somebody will say overnight millionaires. Somebody will say bankruptcy. Somebody might feel stock market Lamborghini. I need luxury. Somebody will say, it's a regular income. It's not really good. The other guy will say, no, I'm good with my 5 to 9, 9 to 5 job, and it's good for retirement if I buy and hold, and I'll see what I can do. Luxury, it's too risky. Somebody will say, I need independence from my regular job. I want to really know you and me. Right now, we are here to. Most of us, we want to be independent from the regular job. We want to live the life we really want to give it to our parents, our wife, kids, and us, and everybody. So basically, these are the things for a random guy when we take a stock market. That's what they think about. What is stock market? We'll get to that point later. Let's say if you have a dream. Today, let's say you're a doctor. When you were in a high school, you still wanted to be a doctor. You were studying biology, you were studying your chemistry, you were studying all other things, whatever can lead you to be a doctor one day. Were doctor when you were in a high school? No. Are you a doctor today? Yes. So what did you do? You studied, you spent money to study, you spent time to study, you did everything to study to become a doctor, scientist. A high school guy, a newborn guy, or a 10-year-old guy, he wants to become a scientist. Was he a scientist at 10-year-old age? No, but today he is. Why? Because he spent a quality time to gain the knowledge, to gain the information, to get better at something so that he can become a scientist. Same way engineer, same way a cook. Cook is something which does not need to study, isn't it? If you think yes, it's a wrong thing. For a cook, for a great cook, they go to school, to become a pilot, to become a painter, to become a racing driver. One day it was a dream, and then it became a profession. Simple. Very difficult to understand, right? So let's say every day morning, you and me, profession, whatever we have, screw it. Do you iron your shirt? The first day when you iron your shirt, it was the worst ironing. But after repeating every day, now it just like, it's your second nature. You can just iron your shirt, be ready, and all that. Driving your own car. Remember the first day you drove a car. It was, you were very nervous, you were overjudging, you were very cautious that somebody gonna hit into me. But do you think that today? You're just driving good and you're like, the risk of getting an accident is part of driving. But do we see accidents every day? No. So, very beautiful, very big meaning here. For a driving, when you first drove your car, what happened to you guys? You were very nervous. What happened to me? I was very nervous and I didn't know. I go to school to learn driving. And today we can drive very comfortably, Writing. Using your keyboard. The first day when we used our keyboard, we were very we were finding the keys, and it was very right now I can type most of the time when I'm not even looking at the keyboard. Using a keypad on your own phone. When I'm a big fan of iPhone, but I used to have BlackBerry before, when there was very small, tiny numbers, and I used to be very fast doing the emails, And I'm not a tech guy at all. I'm a zero tech guy. I have no bone in me which relates to technology. So what I'm trying to say here is that the first time when you do, you are never good at that, and slowly and steadily this becomes your second nature. So from the first day and now, you have developed a skill. Being a doctor. He's a good doctor, he's a okay doctor. He's a good scientist, he's a okay scientist. He's a good mechanic, he's a okay mechanic. He's a good electrician, he's an okay electrician. So basically, first day there was a dream, and that dream, first day this was a dream. After a dream, we put effort into it to make our profession. And that profession became our hobby, and that hobby, it developed a skill, and doing that skill, it became our second nature. We have some great, good-looking girls, in our group. We have some great, handsome-looking guys in our group, So maybe, while driving, now you can do your makeup, or going late to work, you can have your breakfast while driving, and of course talking over the phone to your wife, to your girlfriend, to your mother, to your kid, and whoever. We are multitasking. But the first day, let's go back to the first day of the driving. We were very nervous. We were like, this guy gonna hit. We were like, the guy coming in the front, he's not gonna brake. My brake not gonna work. They were like a volcano. They were like big waves of ocean going in our head. This can happen. This can happen. It's all thoughts killing us and making us nervous, anxiety attack and whatnot. Same feeling right now we are having in the stock market if you're a new guy, that I don't know what's happening. It's the same feeling, so this needs some time. This needs the skill to be developed, So what we have to do is, the first day we had a dream to become a doctor, dream to become an engineer, dream to become a great cook. Over the time of a period, doing the same thing again and again, we developed a skill. After we develop a skill, we can do multitasking. So, what's the goal here? The goal is to develop a skill which can help us to live the life we wish to live, and which is financial freedom. Can we get a financial freedom? Guys, why our parents want us to become a doctor or study a lot and do this and that, there is a reason. That put your time, put your effort, put your money into something to learn a skill which can help us make living for our family later stage. Like for a doctor, they say study, do this, do that, do your internships, and once you become a doctor, that's it. You know this skill. You have this skill to take care of patients. You have a skill when somebody's injured to fix it. You have a skill to do the operation. So this is the same way in the stock market. We are trying to develop a skill to reach to the goal where we can have a financial freedom. As a day trader, we have few fears, like fear of losing money, because it's hard-earned money and nobody wants to lose our money. Fear of profit turn into a loss, meaning we don't know where to lock our profits. Fear of being wrong with the stop loss. Like most of the time, the direction is the right, stock is right, the underlying we're trading is great stock, but it'll hit our stop and then it'll go and make some money. And we're like, come on, this market just wanted to take my stop. No, it never happens like that. We had a wrong stop. We didn't have the knowledge of looking at a bigger picture and trading, on a right time frame. So the problem is we are always trading from a smaller picture. Reason: we are not calculating our risk. We are not calculating our targets. We don't know what's the risk reward ratio. We don't know what's the bigger picture setup is. Most of the time we are listening. We want the confirmation, and that confirmation brings what to overcome this fear. We always look for a confirmation. So what happened is, we want a confirmation that this is the trend, and we jump into the trend when the trend is about to finish, because we are waiting for the confirmation. So, like for every trader, the summary of every trade, like you might have taken so many trades. At the end of a year, either you have a loss, or you have a green, or you have this, or you have that. But every trade can end up in 4 situations. It can be a small loss, which is affordable. It can be a small profit, which is okay. It can be a big profit, which is wow, which we all want. And it can be a big loss. Let me ask you something, guys. How does the big loss happen? Big loss can only be a big loss after it became a small loss, or a small profit, or a big profit. Any loss has to go into first 3 stages to become a big loss. That meaning, a small loss, let's say we have taken a wrong setup, and then it's small loss. We are in a small loss, and we as a human, we have been taught in all our life from 9 to 5 job that you have to be right always to become a doctor, engineer, this, that, and all the stuff. We cannot be wrong. So we are always fighting with our ego and pride to always be right. That's the problem. That's the problem which we are living in our society, that we cannot be wrong. We have been taught from our childhood. We have been taught from our teachers, from our parents. We got scolded, we got beaten up that we have to be right. How can we be wrong? We cannot be wrong. In this society, we cannot be wrong. But whereas that's the wrong upbringing. I have 2 daughters. I talk to them every day and I let them do what they want. Many times they are wrong, many times they are right. And I tell them it's okay. Every wrong thing, you learn something. So the problem here is that we are living in a society where we are sheepwalked to do everything and become a 9 to 5 crap thing, work for 40 years, 50 years, get a retirement, and then maybe have some money to do something good. By then, the most part of the life is gone. So we have to accept something, that being wrong is okay. In stock market, we can make a lot of money being wrong 40 to 50 times. It's okay. But never let your small loss to become a big loss, where your ego and pride kicks in and say, no, I cannot be wrong. I can be wrong. Everybody can be wrong. Nobody makes money every single trade. This is a probability game. After some time, you will know the setups which work 90% of the times, and you just trade that. Meaning, if you know the bigger picture, we are in a trend. In a smaller picture, we will always make money because we are following the trend. Maybe we are holding a red position, but we don't close our trade today. We'll close tomorrow, and tomorrow it'll be back to the trend. So it's coming in the latest slide. So biggest thing is, how does the small loss goes into big loss? The factor is not having a stop loss. Let me ask you something, guys. If you are a great driver, you are a skilled driver, as we discussed before, like you can do multitasking and this and that. Will you drive a car? If I say you're very skilled, you're doing great, will you drive a car without having a brake in the car? Think about it. Brake is not needed to prevent the accident. Brake is needed to help us from ourselves, where we are driving, where we might take we have to suddenly brake and this and that. So brake is the stop loss we have in our stocks. So basically, we do not open or take a trade without a stop loss, no matter what. Reason, if we do not have a stop loss, we try to tend to say, no, we cannot be wrong, this and that. Then mentally, emotionally, we try to convince ourselves that no, what we are thinking, it's going to be right, and let's make money. And so we start scaling it in a wrong way. We do not want that. So big loss never happens right away. Big loss have to be a small loss, small profit, or a big profit before a big loss happens. So we need to have our stop loss at the right point. If it is in a profit, we need to lock our profits, guys. So the problem is big loss. If we can prevent big loss in our trading, we can make this as a profession and have our financial freedom. But the question is how? You'll say, SK, okay, that's the theory. We heard about this theory, like how to prevent a big loss. So I just told, answer is to have a right stop. This stop either is a gray area between being red and green, meaning small loss or a small profit. Sometimes we will get big profit, but we will not let our small loss go into a big loss. As simple as that. To have a right stop, we need to have a very good understanding of a trend, trading range, and a breakout mode in a bigger picture. So, planning the trade in a bigger picture and trading in a smaller, knowing the price action in a bigger picture, meaning trend, breakout, and trading range, and above all, having right stop loss. So for this, we need to understand that if we are trading, we are day traders, we cannot look at the 1 minute, 2 minute. Nobody gonna look at 1, 2, 3, 4 minute chart. Nobody. They are suicidals. At most of the time, we don't even look at the 5 minute chart. Most of our mentally we get prepared before the open of the day. 9 o'clock, 8:30, 8 o'clock, we prepare ourselves from 4-hour chart for a day trader Emini to get prepared. So we will not get emotional if 5 minute candle has a great bull bar and we are in a bear trend in our bigger picture. We will not. We'll short the hell off it, So what is a trading range, guys? Let me give you the example. Trading range is just like these bottles. Like let's say we are shaking this bottle. I hope you guys don't take it any other way. So let's say we are shaking this guy. This cap will give us the trend, breakout of the trend. But trading range is when it goes up, it comes down. When it comes down, it goes up. So trading range is this price action. When we are shaking this bottle, and suddenly we open the cap, what will happen? This is in the trading range. We are shaking up and down, 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 up and down. And eventually we'll see the trading range breakout. This breakout will happen. This breakout will happen either downwards or front. This is our trend. This is our trend, guys. And trend is our friend. Once, let's say this elevator is going up. We just get here and we go up. This is our trend. We never fight the trend in a bigger picture. In a smaller picture, we can see pullbacks from the profit takers or who not, but we never fight the trend. That's as simple as that. And how we get to know the trend? From a bigger picture. That is as simple as that. Trend is our friend, and we only open a swing trade when the underline is in the trend. We never open a swing trade when we are in a trading range. In a trading range, we are just scalping, or we are just taking one profit, 1 point, 2 point here and there. We never open a swing trade when we are in a trading range. Please. So day trading E-mini, bigger picture is 4 hour, we trade in 5 minutes. Bigger picture can be in trend, trading range, breakout mode. Meaning E-mini 4 hour can be in a trend, trading range, and a breakout mode. So big guys, I'm gonna wait here. Take this. You can take a screenshot of this and keep this with you. Okay, very important. Bigger picture is in the trend. Let's say it's a bull trend. Buy every pullback and sell higher. It's very simple. Bigger picture, 4 hour chart is in the trend. We will buy every pullback in 5 minute chart and we will sell higher. Bigger picture, 4 hour chart of E-mini is in the trading range. Trading range can be bullish and bearish. That's the next level thing, guys. I'm not covering this in this webinar, but this can be bullish or bearish. Let's say for a beginner, trading range is always bullish. They are buying lower, they are selling high. They are buying lower, they are selling high. Buy at a support and sell higher. Repeat. Same thing. 4 hour chart is in the trading range, stuck in the trading range. When it comes lower to the trading range, buy every pullback and sell at the high of the range in 5 minutes. If the 4 hour chart is in the trading range, again, bigger picture is 4 hour chart is in the trading range, buy every pullback in 5 minutes and sell higher. Bigger picture is in the breakout mode. We don't know. It's very confusing. It's about to break. It's about the high and we are not seeing any pullback, or it's at the low. We are not seeing any pullback. For the small accounts, this can be suicidal. You will get killed by paper cuts. Do not trade. Do not trade in a breakout mode. It's a scalp mode. Whatever you get, you're in and out, in and out, in and out. Look for entries from 30 minutes and 1 hour. Whenever the 4 hour chart is in the breakout mode, we look our entries from 30 minutes and 1 hour. Most of the time, the risk reward ratio will be off, meaning that we are trying to scalp. We will have a 4-point stop just to make 1 point. Because we are in the breakout mode. It's like no room. We scale in, we scale out. For newcomers, let's not think about that. That's what I'm gonna do in our live session. I'll mostly be trading trends and trading ranges with you. Breakout modes, I will not trade. I will only say or share. I might trade in my account. I will only share the very, very, very high probability trades, very super high probability trades, so that I can give my 100% to get you green day every single day. This is very important, guys. Like if you see, this is the 4 hour chart of E-mini, and in this chart, you see only two big candles. These are the volume candles, and rest everything is nothing. Meaning, only US market opens 9:30 to 4. This is the most volatile market every day. Other markets never ever trade E-mini after close or before open. When you are a newcomer, once you are done, once you know the setup, you can do it. Never ever trade E-mini after the market close, before the market opens. If I'm trading, I'm sharing with you guys, because I look at the bigger picture. We need to develop this skill to know what exactly is happening, and then we can trade. I hope you guys understanding what I'm saying. This is the volume bar. Over here, this is getting traded, but there is no volume. Do not trade. Even people sitting in India, people sitting in China, people sitting in Russia, people sitting in Australia, people sitting in UK, people sitting in Canada, everybody is waiting for US market to open to trade. They are not trading after the US market close. E-mini, we do not trade after the market close. The volume, volume doesn't lie, man. These are the bars. Look at the bars, man. These are like towers, and these are like plane. I mean, look, there is a big number. There is a big difference there, you know. So look at these guys. Very important. This is a 5-minute chart. Every pink candle here is our 4-hour chart. First and second, first and second, first and second, first and second. Every first bar is bigger than the second bar. Meaning, the meaning is first 9 to 12, 4 hours, 3-4 hours of the day are the most volatile. So for the beginners, newcomers, you will only focus 9 to 1. You will not take any trades in the evening. If I'm taking a trade, I'm not saying don't take it. If you like it, you take it. But as a beginner, if I am a beginner, I will not trade. For Emini, I will only trade 9 to 1. Anything can happen after that. I don't care. I will watch and I will learn the second half, but I will trade the first half. If something very tempting comes on the second half, where I see very committed, very convicted, I'll say, okay, if my conviction is in there, I'll say, okay, I'll take that trade, you know. But for a first newcomers, these bars are not lying, you know. So we trade the first bar, first bar, first bar, first bar, first bar, first bar, first bar. You know, second bars, like the other day I took this trade, you know, I shared with you guys, we make about 1-2 points here. The thing is, you know, we mostly look at these bars, Every first bar is bigger than the second bar, because most of the day traders, pro traders, they close their trade by 12, you know. So this is our 4-hour chart here. We have a high, we have a low. If you go back to the Twitter account, I was saying that we need to close below here 34 to see if we go down. Reason, I want the commitment, I want the price action to break this trend, break this support, and then next support would have been this, which is about 31, 32. Over here, that's our first candle how we opened, and we never took this, and I was not ready to take a shot. Over here, when we saw that this is coming, we shorted this market here, and we kind of made 1 or 2 points here, and after that we did not trade it. This line here is the line where we are the 4-hour first candle closes, and this is the second. I always change these lines, guys, you know. This is the 5-minute chart, this is the 1 o'clock, and this is the another 4-hour started. And look at this pattern. You know, this pattern will show you that it's too small of a candles. I'm confused, I don't know. But this is the high of the day. So over here, we took the trade. When we took the high of the day, on a bigger picture, this was a bull body here for me. Open here. This is a bull body for me. They took the high. I put a stop down and we took this trade. And we go for the yesterday high. You know, the meaning is we get prepared in 4-hour, we check our support, it was in a trading range, kind of a bearish trend, but this close is very, very, very strong. Let's see what happens tomorrow on Tuesday. Over here, this first candle did not took the low of the range. If the low of the range has not been violated, we are, for the newcomers, they buy low, they sell higher. For the aggressive sellers like we did, we were selling high and we were buying low, selling high, buying low. Over here, and we did not trade this portion. And after here, I shared with you guys on Twitter that I'm long. I bought this. The reason was it took the high of the day. The reason was it took the high of the day, and after taking high of the day, we saw that this is going higher. I thought it'll go somewhere around that, but it closed very, very, very strong. Let's see how we have on Tuesday. So the goal is know the setup in a bigger picture. This breakout was the breakout from here. The next level was this. Then the next level was this. Next level was this, and next level was this, guys. Understand? Took the high of the day. Next level was this. Next level was this. That's how I took this trade. Look at after every first hour, put these two lines high and low at 1 o'clock every day. 1 o'clock, we'll put these two lines every single day. 1 o'clock, we'll put the high and low line, and we'll see how the second candle is giving us. Every time, second candle will either give us trend, trading range, breakout. Every time. So, first half and a second half. This is how we're gonna do. Again, guys, first half and second half at 1 o'clock, we'll put this vertical line, we'll put the two horizontal line covering high and low, and if any breakout happens, we'll make money. Okay, this is a 30-minute chart, guys. In a 30-minute chart, we open here, we went sideways. This was the breakout, closed above. This was the breakout, closed above, and we go for the next target. We saw this, even this bull leg for 30 minutes. This was a buy here with a stop here. This was a buy, stop here, buy, stop here. So basically, initially we didn't have the money. We didn't have the aggressive sells, and sellers and buyers were equal. But over here, what happened? We saw the breakout from the high, and this 30-minute closed above the high, and we took this trade. I took this trade and I shared with you guys. So let's see how do I draw my. Let me go back and say, guys, at 1 o'clock, we draw high and low of the day, and we mark this line, and then we wait patiently and see how the price action is happening in this and in a 4 hour, and we make our 2, 3, 4 points more. You will be looking at these things when we're gonna trade live. Okay, how do I draw my trend lines? You know, on a 4 hour, you go on a smaller version, then you draw one line. We are attaching this to this, and right now this has to come third time here. That's what I'm expecting. And before we had this trend line, this, why I bought here. If you remember, guys, I was very aggressive here. Everybody was shorting and we were buying here, and we saw this kind of a one-legged movement because this was a breakout from the triangle. Right now, this is the way we have. This is one push, two push. So this push, one push, two push, third push has to test down. That's what the probability is. The third push has to test down. After we draw these two lines, we change these colors because these are not everyday lines. We change these colors to red, and this is the trading range we have on a side. This is a bigger range. Always, like right now, we are just looking the red line on the top, and we know that we can take high of the day, all-time high, but we have a strong target above and a resistance above where computers will be shorting the hell of it. But what's going to happen at the don't? So whenever you look at the chart has to be looked very, very right. You know, you always look at the right size. I decrease the size so that I can see where the red line is coming. So we have to go sideways here. From sideways, can we go up and we can go way higher? We can. You know, like this is a probability trade. We should see a sell-off here, and we have to test this for the third time. We only have tested 2 times. In computers, when they design the algorithms and all that, it has to test the third time. So guys, this page, you guys have to take a picture of it and make it very, very, very big. First week of the month, we focus on monthly and 4-hour candle. First week of the month, we focus on a monthly candle and a 4-hour candle. Second week of the month, we focus on weekly candle and 4-hour candle. Third week, focus on weekly and 4-hour. Fourth week, we focus on monthly, weekly, and 4-hour, guys. This is very, very, very important. Reason, there are few traders who are monthly, there are few traders who are 2 weekly traders, this, that. We need to understand where the pressure is coming from and how the pressure is coming in the market. We need to understand every single thing. We are here trying to make money from the smartest people in the world who are making tons of money, and you are smart people too. So understand, every first week The monthly guy is least worried. He'll see the monthly breakout, he'll buy or sell. We are mainly focusing on a 4-hour. Second week, monthly guy is not even in the picture. He has taken his position. He's letting the market to swing. So the weekly guys are aggressive. Third week, weekly guys are aggressive. Monthly guy is like, okay, let me see where is my position. Let me see if I have to lock or I have to add or whatever I have to do. On a fourth week, weekly guys are still the weekly guys. They're trading. But the monthly guy is very, very aggressive. You know, he will either lock profit, short the market for next month. He'll take all those decisions. So this is this revolves around it. Then fourth week, then again we go to first. Same thing. First Friday, focus on weekly. Second Friday of the month, focus on weekly. Third Friday of the month, weekly and monthly. Fourth Friday is only monthly, guys. Please take these notes. You know, once you're gonna be in the live trading session, you're gonna know more better. I'm gonna discuss, we're gonna draw lines, and then these are the theoretical. The practical will happen when you're gonna trade live with me, and you're gonna see. And I have been sharing these things with you from last 3 years now, you know. So these are the things which we need to focus. Take a picture of this, guys. Okay, the goal is financial freedom. Let's make 1 point a day and increase size slowly. What I'm trying to say is, we will wait, we will watch. When we will see a very high probability trade, we'll take 1 point, 1 contract will give you $50 a day, which will give you an extra income. I mean, of like what? $50, $250, of $1,000 if you're not in the United States, and you just have to work first 9 to 1 hour. You know, you don't have to worry about the last hour. But we get at least 4 to 8 days in a month where we make 4 to 8 points in a day, because they are trending in one trend. So we just rally the trend and we just make our money. We get at least 2 to 3 days where we do not make money, and we even lose 1 to 3 points, guys. Understand, it's never gonna happen that every day gonna be in a green. We're gonna get some very small trading range days where we try to make scalp, try to make a money, but we lose, we call it a day, and we come back next day morning. We get at least every day to make 1 to 3 points, guys. Very, very, very simple. We get at least 1 to 2 to 3 points in a day. I'll say 1 point. I do not want to overcommit and underdeliver. This market is very huge and a lot to give, only asking for discipline and patience. You know, if you're patient, if you're good, I think one should at least make 3 to 6 points a day, trading 1 contract, losing few contracts. At the end of a month, it should be 40 to 60 points at least. If I say 40 points, it's just 2 points a day. Come on now, you know, like it's gonna be your second nature. But let's go back. If you're a doctor right now, if you're a great cook right now, if you're a great driver right now, the first day you were nervous. You developed a skill. You put effort. You studied for it. You spend your money. You spend your time. You spend your you spend everything to it. You know. Over here, you're investing your money. You're investing your time. You're investing everything to get a skill. To learn a skill which can make you financial freedom. One will make $10,000 a month, the other one will make $100,000 a month, the other one will make $400 a month, the other one will make $500 a month. So the thing is, this is the skill, and then after the skill, increase the size. Very simple. Make Emini your second nature. Promise yourself to give at least 6 months. Your 6 months are very much needed in this. You know, if you give the 6 months to this, you will be making money. The golden rule is, look at 4-hour chart. You will not look at any other chart. You will prepare yourself every day with me, 4-hour chart, and we will trade live in 5-minute chart every single day. We will trade live in 5-minute chart every single day. Please, golden rule, 4-hour and 5-minute. That's it. And few stages we change our charts to 30-minute and 1 hour. I'll show that later. Those who have followed me on and traded with me from last year might agree on that. Let's do it, guys. Let's do it. This is high time. We have talked about this. Let's start living this life. Very important, guys. Very important. Take a picture and keep it with you. 9 to 9:30. We only focus on 4 hour. 9:30 to 9:55. Very aggressive. We make 1 to 2 to 3 points. 9:30 to 9:55 every day. Mostly every day. 10 trading days will make at least 2 to 3 points here. This time frame, at least 2 to 3 points here. We are focusing on 5 and 4 hour. No other chart. 5 or 4 hour. No other chart. 10 to 10:30. We look at 5 minute, 30 minute with 4 hour. 30 minute is the most important. After 10:30, guys, after 10:30, we will not look at the 30-minute chart. After 10:30, we will not look at the 30-minute chart. 10:30 to 11, 11 to 12, we'll look at 5 minute, hourly, and 4 hour, get a 1 point here and there. 12:30 to 1, we will only look at 4 hour, and most of the time do not trade, and sometimes we will trade. 12:30 to 1, we will not look at no other charts, only 4 hour chart, and we will just look for 1 or 2 points, okay or okay not. 1 to 4, 4 hour and 5 minute. 1 to 4, 4 hour and 5 minute. Give me a reason why. 1 to 4, 4 hour and 5 minute. Give me a reason why. Anyone? Ask yourself. Let's go back. Let's go back. Let's go back. Let's go back. This is the reason. 5 minute and 4 hour, because we have the vertical line. We know if we're gonna get in next trend, we're gonna get trend or whatever. After every 1 o'clock, you should have these two lines drawn. Every other chart is gone off the screen. We only have 5 minute and we only have 4 hour. Very simple, guys. Simple rules. We're gonna just apply simple rules and we'll be making tons of money, guys. Take a picture of this. I cannot trade Emini options all day. You might want to ask me that, right? Or you can trade stocks, only stocks in a trend, want HFTs in play, aggressive sells and buy stocks, this and that, because human nature wants to see some action. Human nature does not want to be in discipline. I'll share something with you today, but that is suicidal. I will not advise. I will advise to start trading Emini. These things are feather in your hat. These are not the living. These are not this is not the way we really make money. These are the things where we make some extra money. Guys, these are the few scans which I'll be sharing in our course with you guys. You know, like I had in the morning, I had these two guys, ANET and DGI at 9:31, and they both made good money. And 9:31, I had these two guys, PI and NUS. NUS I shorted. I shared with you guys. You know, I will be sharing these scans with you. First 10 minutes, I only have 10 or 11 stocks in here. You know, right now we have so many. But first 10 minutes, it's just 5 or 10 stocks. I keep them on a side and find an entry from either 30-minute or 1 hour chart to make some kind of a swing money, you know. I will be sharing with you guys. Money can be made. Once you learn the setup, money can be made a lot. ANET, NUS. Let me share these charts with you. This is ANET, guys. You know, like gapped up, volume bursted, and you know, like this was the guy. People made a lot of money trading with the HFTs. You know, like gapped up. Very simple setup. But can this guy see a sell-off here? Yes. These are non-directional. These are the waves we're trying to capture. We're trying to get a little bit from here and there. Most of the times we'll make money. Most of the times we'll lose money. It's something you should go only very, very, very high probability trades when you have the conviction on it. I mean, I shorted this guy. There was a reason why I shorted this guy. I shared with you guys on the Twitter. You know, I shorted after they took this support. After this support, it has to touch this support. So a technical short for me. Volume was a lot. Volume was coming. I was looking at a couple of the leading indicators to see that, like how much block orders coming in this, so I shorted this guy. So these were the scans which came right away. Like I can share these scans with you every, like on in our course, and you can go in this. But when you are trading e-mini and these things, you are emotionally weak. If you want to become a doctor and I give you a theoretical knowledge of a few things, and the next day I say, okay, there you have to do a heart surgery, there you have to do a hip replacement, there you have to do a knee replacement, and you have to do all these things, and we have a couple of people sitting outside who wants to get their regular checkup, you'll be like, what the heck, man? You'll be like out of your mind, right? Same, and you're like, I don't want to be a doctor, man. Being a doctor is a stressful thing. I don't know. These are different people, Being a doctor, no, I can't be a doctor. Okay, you want to be a cook? Yes, I want to be a cook. You go in the kitchen. I tell you, okay, you're gonna make some dough. These are the lentils, these are the vegetables, and I have put beef on a fryer. I have put corns. I have, and tortillas are already ready. And let me tell you, lastly, like outside there are a few customers standing. They want the delivery. Could you please help them? You'll be like, man, being a cook is a worst job. I can't be a cook. Okay, you can't be a cook. Okay, let me do one thing. Let me help you. What else? Can you work for me? Okay, I can work for you. Like from 9 to 5, you come. When you come here and you do the dishes. After doing the dishes, you cook. After doing the cook, you have to do deliveries. After doing the deliveries, just refill the store. What happened? They are managing. So what happened is, as a newcomer, we try to get everything at one time and we lose everything. Let's focus on e-mini and we'll be making a lot of money. These scans, I'm going to share all these scans with you, but these can be very, very, very suicidal. And it can, if you do not have a good stomach, if you're not multitasking, if stock market is not your second nature, if the e-mini is not your second nature, do not, I'll share these scans, but do not trade these. These are very harmful. Okay, these are the scans. Then you can say, SK, I can't trade more than $10. There you go. These are the two scans where I have all the small trades. Setups never change. It's the price which changes, guys. I have two guys. I traded Fate. I shared with you guys on the Twitter account as well. There was SPWR. There was PME, AMBR. So like same way. Like I traded this Fate because like it took this. If you draw a line here, it was a good breakout with a great volume. I made good money. I make about $800 in this. But the thing is, like this is I made just like I would have lost $2,000 in this too, but I made $800. It's just like probability. I had a stomach. I was not doing much in e-mini. I tried trading few of these stocks, made some extra money. But the thing is, this is not good for newcomers. This is very, very, very dangerous for newcomers. This is the other stock, like it gapped down. Right now, I think any bounce here, I will be swing shorting this guy, and this can go up to, like 650-ish, so I'll be shorting about 2,000 shares in this. So these are the guys, these are the guys which come in this scan. Then the next question is, SK, I can only trade options, and that also I can only buy naked calls or puts. Can you help me in that? The answer is yes. But if you don't know the setup, you cannot trade. You don't know what bigger picture to see, what smaller picture to see. Like for a day trader, it needs to be day trading options, good stocks. You need to be prepared beforehand. You can't be just jumping here and there. These are the option scans I have, guys. I have these three guys in option scans: PCNL, LPNT, DIN. I trade this DIN with you guys way before, and then I have ANET, Tesla, and ISRG. These three guys were there early morning, which made a great move. So the point is, like anything, we have a lot of scans. I can give you a lot of information, but let's phase it out. The base has to be very, very, very strong. A good swimmer does not become a good swimmer if he's not good in his breathing. They teach you breathing, and then they say, okay, let's learn the skill of the swimming. So how do we learn breathing? That's the e-mini. Let's get focused on Emini. Give me 6 months to a year on Emini, and then all these scans are yours. I'm gonna share with you guys in the study course. You can have everything. You can make tons of money. All these scans, you know, most of the newsletter which are saying we trade 2 hours, make in 1 hour make $1,000, this and that, all bullshit. They're just using these scans, you know, like, I mean, I can give you these scans. Everybody can have these scans, you know, like, but where you gonna get the gut to trade? Where you gonna learn the setup? Where you gonna become technical? Where you gonna have the confidence not to lose? You can't have that, you know. We want odds to be working in our favor, not not against us, you know. We can't fight with HFTs always. We can't do all that. We want to make it very peaceful and very happy. We can't make one day $10,000, another day we lose 10,000, and at the end of a month we made $4,000, and we are getting all gray hair because it's all stressful. All these gurus, all these new guys, you know, they are all using these scans and throwing these stocks at you. Short buy, oh, stop loss, hit stop loss, this bullshit. You know, I'm sorry guys, because there are so many people who have lost so much money in this, and it's very, very, very bad. We should not be doing that. They're using all these scans, you know. Okay, we find the moves, you know. How you find the moves? These are the scans. Same scans. These are the mathematical scans. Anybody can have these scans. It's not, there's no magic about it. Magic is knowing the E-mini. You know, when you trade one guy very peacefully, you can go in the evening, have good lunch with your family, good dinner with your family, come back in the morning fresh. You know, you just have to do the E-mini. Your heartbeat is not going up. You're not feeling nauseous. You're making your living, and slowly and steadily you go. My challenge is to trade 100 contracts. I want to make 2 points a day. 100 contracts will make me $200,000 a month. I mean, look at that. I am making 40-50 points a month, but I trade on average five contracts. So I'm also fighting myself. Your fight is to learn. My fight is to increase my size. So let's fight it together and grow big. It's very simple, guys, you know. So, SK, I cannot day trade. Can you guide me to have an extra income every month? Answer is yes. In this, I'm covering a little bit of a swing trading here. The answer is yes. We need to get rid of all the indicators you have, moving averages and whatnot, MACD and this and stock and this, all crap. We need to be out of it. There are 4 yeses I do. Will I be sharing here 4 yeses? No, I will not be. I'm showing you 1 yes today. The 4 yeses will come in the course. So this is the guy, target. If you guys know, I shorted here, and everybody asked me why did I short it. Look at the BOP. BOP is something which tells us, you know, like when the institutions are buying or they are selling, when the big money guys are buying or selling, you know. They were selling here. Look at these BOP blasting. I shorted here, we covered here, we made tons of money. Yes, you guys know that, you know. You know, DIN, you know, like I shorted here. This was the selling going on here, you know. There was a monthly sport which took it over, and this Friday we made this money. You know, I shared with you guys, it was trading here, and I shared with you guys that, you know, if it goes below 63.20, we're gonna short, and we covered at 60s, you know, like we made good money in this, you know. So I shared BOP. So these are the setup. There are 4 yeses. If these 4 guys are yes, I just go ahead and trade, you know. You know, Nordstrom, you know, like we shorted here, you know, it was all bad, you know, we shorted here. Right now this is getting accumulated? No. What happened is all the short guys are covering their shorts. We need some more confirmation to see if it goes higher or lower. So we need, just to know balance of power, BOP, it's about 10 to 15 hours of a study, you know, like. So these indicators can be harmful, you know, like this was, what was this? This was a short sellers, this was the short covering, this was the buying, this is the profit taking, this is the buying and closing, this is the profit taking. After profit taking, it rallied down, we saw the sell off. Right now it's a short covering. So we need to know that how the BOP works as well, guys, you know. Okay, ACI, like if you remember, guys, we shorted this guy around here and we got a loss. We got a stop loss, and I never took this trade again. In fact, it went down. Right now, the BOP is changing. I'm waiting for a little bit more confirmation. We will be buying ACI A very soon. We will be buying this guy. Look at this blasting. When it blasted here, it just rallied up like crazily. Look at this from here to here. This guy has a nature, and this is kind of a pullback where they couldn't take much lower. This is the short covering, and now the buying has started. So I will be focusing on in this guy, and I'll be sharing with you guys when I take a trade. VRX, I just took this trade a few days ago. Like look at the BOP. We saw the sell off, everybody was selling, and we bought at 13. And I said this guy is ready to make some money, and it did make some great money for us, like $3 move. Like I bought 1,000 shares, I made good money in that, $3,000. Like for an extra income, we cannot open swing trade every day, but when we open, we go aggressive, and we open and we lock our profits. We don't care. Next day this guy can go to 32. I don't care. I need my $2,000-$3,000. I made it. I'm happy. I'm very happy with that. This guy, I just took a trade with you guys. Look at the BOP. It's getting green. Everything is getting bought. We are just waiting for this breakout. After this breakout, this guy is going. This guy we're gonna hold for long. I'm planning to hold this guy for at least good time, 55, 67. I'm gonna hold this guy gonna give us good return. I'm invested, as I have shared with you guys, I'm invested in this guy. Netflix, when it was getting a pullback, I was very, very, very bearish. Look at the BOP, how strong it is. Beautiful. This guy is going up. This guy is going more up. We'll be opening option trade very soon in this as well. OZM, I took this guy here. This was getting bought. We bought it here. We sold it here. Why I sold it here? Look at this. It's getting all the resistance from here. I need this guy to trade over 388, 390 to go back in, and then sell off around 450, something like that. Right now there is look at the BOP and look at this sell-off, man. Beautiful. This is one of the great yeses I have, but there are three more. Only this yes can be a suicidal. Look at this. This was the yes here, all yeses, and price was slowing down, but the other were no. So it'll come. What I'm trying to say is that we need to know the setup. BOP is one of the setups which can start teaching you, start showing you the right path, right way. Like how the BOP can be disastrous if we take BOP in day trading. For the day trader, BOP can take all your money away. Never ever use BOP day trading. It's for the swing traders. You look at Yahoo. I was invested in Yahoo here. I have been in and out of this guy. Look at the BOP. We have been selling here. There was no bounces or sideways action. Then we saw the breakout. After the breakout, look at the BOP. This guy is going more up. Look at the gold, guys. It has been shorting. This all over short. These are all. What happened here? Is this the buying? No, it was not the buying. It was the short guys were covering. Now again they are shorting. Right now they are covering, and the buying has started. So we need to trade above this level. After this level, I'll be going long in GLD for at least 124, 125, guys. I'm closely watching this guy. We just shorted APA a few days ago. This is the heavy selling going on. I'm expecting this guy to gap down to 40, 50, about 51, 52. It'll gap down. We'll close our option position. We took this trade on STZ. If you see the BOP got green, that means the short covered. On Tuesday there is a high probability that I'll be closing this trade a little bit negative. We opened the option trade, but we had 3-day decay. I'm happy. I just want this to see some pullback. The decay will kick in, and I'll be out of this trade. Kind of a neutral. Will not lose much money. But BOP was very negative. But this is not. I'm not liking this guy. So let's see how it opens, and we'll see how it goes from there. Why I shorted STZ? It's all because of Mr. Trump, because he's trying to raise the taxes for Mexico, and if the taxes goes up, the production cost and the import cost gonna come higher. The price gonna go up for the these guys. I hope you guys know, this is the beer, like they make. It's a very popular beer. So but the peso is going down. So when peso goes down, the cost production gonna come down, but the export gonna become expensive. So like this is a technical factor which I really look deeply. Like sometimes I have 100 stocks, about 100 stocks, which I watch very, very, very closely and take trades in and out. We will be getting to all that, but we need, for a day trader, we need to start with our Emini. For a swing trader, we need to follow the trades I'm doing and find the reasoning why we're doing. And once the study course is out, buy the study course and go from there. Like you'll know a lot. We need to start looking at the professional side. We cannot trade in the retail side. Bank of America, guys, if you have seen the video I shared yesterday, we were here, and look at this BOP, man. Look at this BOP. It went green here, and boom. I mean, I have these stocks in my retirement, and I'm keeping it. This guy needs to go to 45, 45, 50 maybe. I'm heavily invested in this guy, So learn the setup, guys, master the Emini, and you all can slowly start using these scanners for an extra gain in your day. These scanners are suicidal. As I explained to you, I cannot give you a knife and put you in the kitchen and say, be a cook. I give you everything. You have the stove, you have everything. You have the griller. Can you be a good cook? You cannot, because your basics are not clean. If I give you all the equipment in the world and put you in a heart surgery, can you do a heart surgery? You cannot, because you don't have the skill. Let's develop the skill. After we have the skill, all these tools will be beneficial. These tools can be meaningless. If I give you a F1 racing car and say, okay, today it's your race day, you know how to drive. You'll be like, I don't know how to drive the racing car. But I'm gonna say, dude, you have been driving, right? Just use it. There are a few buttons, you're gonna get to know it. You're gonna say, no, I cannot, let me practice on it. So the same way, driving, you're a very good driver. But if you're not even a driver and I put you in a F1 racing car, you'll be like, dude, I don't know even my basics. You're giving me this powerful car. I'm gonna be a flop show, and I'm gonna think rest of my life, this is not for us. This is scam. This is that. No, the problem is we have not done our basics right. Let's go to our basics. Let's get everything right. And let's make a lot of money, guys. There's money to be made. For day traders, it's just Emini. We're gonna trade live. I'm gonna teach every day, and we're gonna become very, very, very successful. I'm gonna share 1, 2, 3, 4 trades a day where we can make 2, 3, 4, 5 points a day, and rest of the time I might take a trade, but I will share the thought process so that you can start knowing the thought process, that what the thought process of a professional trader should be. Thank you very much. Good luck, guys, and almost there. They're going to be a fees for the day trading room, as I shared with you guys, and they're going to be a fees for the swing trading. What I'm planning is, from that fees we're gonna collect. I talked to Charlie, one of the co-traders we have. I'm talking to Juraj. I'm planning to talk to Scotland today, and I want to come up with a plan where like all the fees we collect from you guys, portion of it will be going to different traders where we can help them to grow their account and like just pull them up. Like it's all about pulling everybody together, and you guys can share these videos with as many people as you want. I'm not here to stop. There is no boundaries to teaching. Please go ahead and teach more people in your language. You can. If you think I have something meaningful to say, please go ahead and share. Thank you very much, guys, and we'll meet soon. Thank you, and have a good luck. Bye bye.